Hi. Recently, I've been looking at, events occurring across the world, and I find people occupying, public office, people in the entertainment, being accused of sexual harassment. Now, I'm not ready to go into the details of who, where, and all that. That is really not my focus. And we see that when it comes to sexual harassment, the female or the male can be the victim, and the female and the male can be the perpetrator. But you know that in most cases, the men are the perpetrators and the females are the victims in most cases. But what I really want to draw your attention to is the issue of why ladies do not like speaking up when they are victims of sexual harassment. And these are my thoughts. Number one, more often than not, when a lady has been sexually harassed and she speaks up, the people she speaks to tend to vilify her. Yeah, we vilify the victim, which shouldn't be. So naturally, when you know that you are the one that has been hurt, you are the one that has been molested, harassed, and you expect people to listen to you, to speak up for you, to understand you, those same people coming to be the ones to judge you, coming to be the ones to say, well, it must have been your fault. What did you do? What did you say? How did you dress? How did you do this? And it was, you must have seduced him and all that. It speaks a lot about the lady's confidence to say, I'm willing to speak up. So more often than not, you see that probably one person will be bold enough to say, you know what, I'm really going to speak up and I really don't care what people will say. But some others will say, I can't handle the societal judgment. I cannot handle people looking at me as if I'm the devil. Okay? So because of that, you see that many people don't speak up. And for the person who chooses to speak up, then she is subjected to so many people's opinions about what happened, how it happened, why it happened, and all that. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot to muster the courage to speak up, when you are harassed. I say for a lady, when it comes to things like sexual harassment, you know that you need to put yourself out there. And it's beyond just putting yourself out as an individual. What you're putting out is for people to judge your integrity, judge your dignity, judge your morality. So it's a lot for the victim of sexual harassment to deal with before the person has the boldness to say, you know what, I'm speaking up. The other thing, why sometimes you see that the ladies don't speak up, is because many times the cases of sexual harassment take so long to deal with, so long to conclude, so long to, pull out all the evidence and say, this is what has happened and this is the decision. And for that length of time, the person has to deal with going back and forth with being asked questions. How did it happen? What did he do? Where did he do it? And and getting to that nitty-gritty. And even after the person has offered all the answers, then she will be asked again and again and again and again. And it can be emotionally draining. And many ladies know that they'll be subjected to this. So they rather just say, you know what? It's painful, it's hurting, but let me just let it pass. Let me just endure it. The other reason why many ladies may not speak up is because many times they do not have the evidence. I mean, you don't walk into a place and say, oh, you know what? I know you're going to harass me today, so here am I. No. Some of these things happen, no prior preparation, no prior knowledge, or sometimes the ladies just miss the signs. The signs may actually be there, but they miss the signs, or sometimes they misconstrue, all right, certain gestures as just playing, especially if it has to do with maybe someone that you really look up to, or someone that you have so much respect for, or you have a formal relationship with. I mean, you will not expect, a lady would naturally not expect her lecturer, to probably harass her, something like that. So when it happens, you really do not have video evidence or an audio evidence, so when people say, okay, where's the evidence? Then it's like, but it happened. It happened. I'm not lying. It happened. And then people are saying, where's the audio? Where's the video? Where did it happen? Who else was there? And all that. So sometimes to have concrete evidence that the law is looking for can be difficult. And that makes it very frustrating. So once the person feels, look, I don't know how it happened, I don't even have something to hold on to, all right, it's difficult. So except the lady knows that, okay, this has been going on and I suspect this, then the person can say, okay, you know what, I'm going to this place, I'm going to audio, I'm going to put on my recorder, or someone should follow me, or something like that, as witness and all that. Usually, if it just happens spontaneous like that, it's difficult to have evidence. Now, it takes a lot, I'm telling you, for a lady or a guy to speak up when he or she is being sexually harassed. So the question is, when you see somebody or you know somebody who is being harassed sexually or any other way, are you willing to speak up for the person? Or are you going to vilify the person? Till we see again, take care.